But I think what about where you've just been really complacent? So it might not be that you've had stellar service and then rubbish service to kind of echo what Warwick said, but what about where you're just being a lazy bones and you're just being a lazy bones and you're just being too complacent. How would you address that one, Graham?
Well, so, why are people complacent when you've got an account to manage? I think it's probably two reasons, Kat. I think you're kind of a bit scared of facing the reality that the customer that you got a great relationship with is going to almost cheat on you and go out to market and look somewhere else. How dare they? But unfortunately, because of procurement processes, typically they have to do that. So burying your head in the sand and kind of hoping it doesn't happen is kind of being scared about it. That maybe makes people be a little bit complacent. Or the flip side, the other emotion is maybe just a bit too arrogant. We're doing a great job here. They would never go somewhere else. How could they? So I'm going to also stick my head in the sand and imagine this isn't going to happen. Then all of a sudden I get the shock of my life. When the client sends me an RFP and I'm on the back foot. So I think you've got to try and not slip into one of those two kind of situations where you're being complacent. I've got a stat for you actually. 47% of the time, research shows, this is in the Challenger sale research, 47% of the time the incumbent wins. So it's about half the time the incumbent wins. So I mean, that's not a great statistic, right? You're going to lose half your accounts when they come up to. I mean, that's not good. So that's evidence that maybe too many people are being a little bit too complacent out there.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. People either, you get distracted. You think, oh, they love us, or we're too embedded. The pain of change is too great. But for the right proposal, clients will leave. They'll go through the pain of change, no problem. So I think definitely for me, what I have learned and the feedback I've often got, too often probably, I should have fixed it before, many years before, is about taking shortcuts in the RFP or in any proposal. I know it's a hassle, 300 questions. You're like, can't I just cut and paste? But it's so obvious that all of the intelligence that you've gathered, all the things you know about your client that could really differentiate that proposal and bring that narrative and that story to life isn't there. It's absent. And you have the advantage because you know that stuff that the competitors don't. So don't, as difficult as it is, as time consuming as it is, it's a hassle. It's a hassle. Nobody enjoys that because you are now going to have to edit 300 questions and bring in the circumstances and the history and the what's been happening with the client. So yeah, don't take shortcuts, or at least pick the questions where it's going to really be important that you demonstrate you know the customer. And I've lost business because they said, it's like you didn't know us. And it's like, I can see how you would think that by reading this. And not everybody who's in the committee knows you. Yeah. They don't know that, oh, we've done great work together. So yeah, don't be so afraid to put it in there.